Look around you. Every street, every ruin, every forgotten corner of this planet. They all whisper the same thing, stories of lives once lived. Civilizations that rose, thrived, and then vanished. But when we dig beneath the surface, something feels wrong, not answers, silence. From the sealed tombs of China to the endless necropolises of Egypt. Two cities buried under modern streets, we're told simple explanations: war, disease, climate, collapse, clean stories. Comfortable stories, but what if they're not the truth? What if history didn't disappear? What if it was edited? Tonight, we follow the missing footprints. And we ask the question most historians avoid: where did everyone go? In northern China, emperors of the Ming and Qing dynasties created landscapes not for the living, but for the dead. Spirit roads guarded by stone animals. Gateways aligned with the stars, entire mountains reshaped into tombs. UNESCO calls them ritual masterpieces, but here's what they don't talk about. The scans are limited, the excavations restricted. The human remains, mostly unseen. Take the tomb of Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China. Home to the Terracotta Army, discovered in 1974. Yet still sealed today. Official reason? Preservation. But we live in a world where surgeons operate inside beating hearts, where Mars is mapped in 3D. So, why can't we open a tomb? Across China, there are over 260 imperial burial sites. Most untouched, most undocumented. Imagine a library where every book is locked. And you're told the stories are too fragile to read. Or, is it the truth inside that's too dangerous? In 2020, cameras flashed across the world. Egypt announced the discovery of 27 sealed sarcophagi 2,500 years old. Weeks later, more were found, then more, then even more. By 2022, it felt endless. The world applauded, tourism exploded, but stop and think. Saqqara isn't just a burial ground. It stretches over 7 kilometers, vertical shafts, stacked coffins. Perfectly preserved, if these were elites. How many elites did Egypt have? A necropolis that never ends isn't a cemetery, it's a city. A city built for the dead that rivals the size of the living one. So, why does the Valley of the Kings feel finite? While Saqqara feels infinite, are we uncovering history? Or are we watching a carefully managed performance? A slow drip of discovery meant to keep us consuming the past like a streaming series. In Puebla, Mexico, locals whispered stories for generations, tunnels beneath the city. Passageways connecting churches and forts, historians laughed. Until 2015, workers broke through the ground and everything changed. 10 kilometers of tunnels, wide enough for carts, engineered with precision, hidden so completely that entire generations believed they were myths. Nearby stands Cholula, a hill, or so it seems. But beneath it lies the largest pyramid on Earth by volume. A pyramid disguised as a hill, a church built on top of it, a new religion covering an older one. So ask yourself, when a pyramid becomes a hill, when tunnels become legends, what else has been renamed, buried, or erased? High in the cliffs of Lisha, Turkey, lie massive stone facades, perfect columns, symmetry, precision. They're called tombs, but ask yourself why carve monumental architecture into vertical rock? Just to store the dead. Compare them to Petra in Jordan or Lalibela in Ethiopia. Grand facades, perfect geometry. All dismissed as tombs or churches, but something feels off. These structures feel functional, like they once served the living, not the dead. What if later civilizations repurposed them? What if calling them tombs was simply convenient? Now look beneath one of the most powerful institutions on Earth, St. Peter's Basilica. Beneath the marble floors lies an entire ancient city, streets, mausoleums, pagan and Christian tombs side by side. Discovered in the 1940s and beyond that. The Vatican Apostolic Archive, 85 kilometers of shelving. Centuries of documents, trials, treaties, lost histories. They no longer call it secret, but try getting access. When history itself is locked behind walls, we must ask, is it being preserved or curated? On the coast of Cyprus lie the tombs of the kings, massive chambers carved into stone, grand, elegant, empty, no bodies. No artifacts. We're told they were looted. But looters steal gold, not skeletons, not memory. These places feel like shells, containers for something that's missing. Across the Mediterranean, this pattern repeats. Structures without occupants, cities without people. So, where did everyone go? In northwest Syria, over 700 stone settlements sit frozen in time, homes, churches, olive presses, they call them the dead cities. Official explanation, economic decline, trade shifts. But cities don't all die at once, and then there's Palmyra, once visited by over 150,000 tourists a month, reduced to rubble during the war. The Temple of Baal, the Arch of Triumph, erased. History isn't just lost to time, sometimes it's destroyed on purpose. From China to Egypt, from Mexico to Syria, the same pattern repeats. Sealed tombs, empty cities, buried structures. Official explanations, war, fire, forgetting, but what if these aren't explanations? What if they're excuses? What if the past wasn't erased by accident, but edited intentionally? History isn't just written by the victors. It's curated by the survivors, and sometimes by those who didn't want certain truths remembered. So next time you walk past a ruin or scroll past an ancient discovery, ask yourself if entire civilizations vanished, if cities were buried, if the dead outnumber the living. Where did everyone go? And more importantly, why aren't we allowed to know? Guys, how did you like the video? I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell icon so you never miss any new videos. Take care, everyone. See you very soon with another new video.